David was called a man after God's own heart, not because he was perfect and he never made mistakes, but because when he messed up, when he thought he blew it, he didn't stay there. And I know I'm speaking to somebody today. You may have felt like you blew it, but you can be a man or woman after God's own heart if you will do these 5 things that we've learned from David's life. Number 1, get convicted of your own sin, not skin. Get convicted of your own sin. Then, number 2, ask for forgiveness from God and whomever you wronged. Then repent. Y'all, it is not enough to be forgiven and feel like we got a little slap on the wrist. We have to change our mind and we have to change our action from the thing we did. We cannot go back to the thing we've been forgiven of, or we choose, I'm going to be sinning instead of I messed up in sin. Number 4, find the root. What lie are we believing? What trauma have we not dealt with that has caused us to sin? You know, it always takes 2 people in situations. And I remember when I was in a cycle of husband after husband, and I always wanted to blame them till one day God said, you know what, there's something in your heart that you've not dealt with. And because you didn't deal with it, you're going to keep going around that mountain. You know what I'm talking about? What happened with the Egyptians? They just kept going around the mountain, going around the mountain. So we have to find the root. And then number 5, we heal the wound so we can break agreement with the devil. The worship team can come. The good news is God is a redeemer. He is in the healing and restoration business. He takes our mess ups and our mistakes and our sin, and the Bible tells us that he casts it as far as the east is to the west. Do y'all know how far that is? Me either. I have no idea, but think about it. The east goes forever and ever and ever, and the west goes forever and ever and ever. And that's where our sin is cast, and he doesn't even remember it. And Jesus died for us so that we could have grace for our mess ups and mistakes. Listen, God allowed David and Bathsheba to get pregnant again, and they had their son Solomon. Restoration.